Hey guys, welcome to Dreadwall. Today I have 6 different overdrive pedals in here, and today, unlike the last video from a few weeks ago, I'm gonna tweak all of these pedals individually, and then later I'm gonna try to match all of these pedals to my Maxon OD808. But before starting, if you're a first timer, let me introduce myself. I'm Tolga SERT and you're at Dreadwall, which is a small recording facility in the basement of my home, and in here I'm trying to explore the limits of my gear. And if you want to make a contribution, you can leave a comment. Also, your subscription is really important. Actually, more than 90% of my viewers aren't subscribing, so please subscribe to this channel. Thanks for this. Now let's continue. So let's see what we have in here. We have Maxon OD808, BBE Green Screamer, Caline Audio Pure Sky, Boss Angry Driver, MXR Custom Badass Modified OD, and then TC Electronic Vintage Tube Primer. And let's talk about the signal chain. Today we have Jackson KV Pro, which has mahogany body with maple neck and ebony fretboard. Also we have Floyd Rose 1000 with Seymour Duncan SH6 on both neck and bridge position, which goes to my Mesa Dual Rectifier, which goes to my Mesa Rectifier Standard cabinet. And I'm mic'd up with a simple SM57, which goes directly to my Focusrite audio interface, 18i20 audio interface. And let's open it up. Let's tweak the amplifier a bit first. Obviously, it's kinda loose, it's not that heavy, it's not chugging right now, at least for me. And let's open up the OD808. So I think we have a nice tone in here, at least for me. It might not be for you, it might not be your dialing up way for a dual rectifier, but I'm happy with the tone and I want to demonstrate the effects and the similarity of the overdrive, so it doesn't matter. Now let's hear it before starting. It's my raw tone. And let's go to the BBE Green Screamer. We have a little bit more low end on the OD808 right now. Too much. let's talk about the Green Screamer briefly. I think they are quite similar. They can be an equivalent. I'm not sure about their circuits. Maybe Maxon OD808 can be a little bit more harsh compared to the BBE, but it's not something you can get by a simple adjustment from the amplifier. It won't provide new worlds, new horizons to you. So let's go to the Caline Audio Pure Sky. So now we have Pure Sky on the circuit, and as I remember, it was a loud pedal. It was a loud overdrive pedal. So I will start to dial in this pedal up cautiously. Is it a word? Cautiously. So you can feel the loudness, I think, because the balance knob of the overdrive of the OD808 is all the way up, and we have nearly quarter on the Let's open up the treble and bass knobs. If we can lower the bass knob, then I think we will get something nice. Actually, I'm not sure about the sound on the SM57 right now, but from the point where I'm standing, Pure Sky sounds much better to me. It has so much punch and tightness in it, but it's also because of the adjustment on the amplifier. I know we can get the similar punch and tightness from the Maxon OD808, but if I would dial up the amplifier like this way, we wouldn't have any contrast in the sound and we wouldn't feel the difference between the pedals. So I think we can feel the limits of these pedals, limits of the Pure Sky and Maxon OD808 better with this way, by this way. So I think the spectrum of the Pure Sky is way larger than the Maxon OD808s. It can be a good thing, especially if you have an amplifier without a high gain channel, because it can provide so much low end punch and gain and harshness to your sound, tightness to your sound. But if you have an amplifier like this, you know, we are boosting the red channel of a dual rectifier right now, you might get some compressed and too harsh sound with this overdrive pedal. So it's totally up to you. It can be either good or a bad pedal for you. But as far as I know, It also provides some good tones for blues players or clean tone enthusiasts. Now let's go to the Angry Driver. Now we have Angry Driver from Boss with some modification from JHS Audio, but actually this pedal comes from the factory like this, and I will try to demonstrate each sections, each channels, each modes of this pedal, and then later I'm trying to match the Boss version, the stock version of this pedal to the Maxon OD808. Now let's start. We will start with the, what was it? We will start with the Boss version. The small knobs are useless in this mode. As you can see, it's not changed anything. And let's check the JHS version. It's the fourth mode in this pedal. And you know, the light turns red. First, I will dial up the pedal as the Boss mode, Boss section, Boss channel. Yeah, the tone is like this, and then we have drive like this. Actually, tone is like this, and we have the same levels. And let's check the difference between the JHS and the Boss. Oh, it's a noisy one. You know, I think you can chug and practice amplifier, even a practice amplifier, or you know, those cigar box amplifier, you know, those hand size amplifiers from Marshall, from Moore, from lots of brands. You can chug even those with this pedal. It's really aggressive, it's really harsh. And let's check the two blend modes. We have J plus B. Yeah. Let's switch the mode. Let's switch it again. Get some harsh sound from this pedal too, like the Pure Sky, but I'm a traditional man and I'm not sure about all of these knobs, all of those options. I want to set up my gear in a swift way, and it provides so much option and I'm not into it. And also I want to use the gain of my amplifier too, and my pick would be Maxon OD808 this time, because I think the anger, the harshness of this pedal fades out the characteristics of the amplifier and I'm not into it. So I would prefer Maxon OD808, but it's definitely an aggressive pedal. It's a nice pedal and it can be useful for some rigs, for some amplifiers when you need it. Now let's go to the MXR modified OD custom, this one. It's a long name, man. Now we have custom badass modified OD in our signal chain, and as far as I remember from the comparison video, it was a loud and noisy yet aggressive and tight pedal too. Now let's fire this up. Obviously it's too much. And we have a bump knob too. I'm not sure, is it the low end or the low mids? But definitely it adds some tightness to the sound. Actually, I really like the tightness in its sound, and now let's compare this with a Maxon OD. I think we have to lose the bump. And we have a Maxon OD. I think they are equivalent at this point, so you can get a similar sound to a Maxon OD808 from this MXR Overdrive, modified Overdrive, custom badass modified Overdrive. It's really long. It's a really long name. However, it's also really easy to adjust, and it's as gnarly as it can be. So I really like this pedal. Now let's check our last Overdrive TC Electronic Vintage Tube Primer. So we have another Overdrive with lots of options and knobs and lots of stuff to adjust. Now let's start with the noon position. It's off. it's on and there's a boost. It's too much. It's definitely too much. I don't get it, man. It shouldn't be that hard to adjust. I know there are some enthusiasts of this pedal and I look like a monkey to them right now, but I'm not sure how I can adjust this pedal. Obviously there's a gain and I can feel the difference. However, there's a weird mid frequency in here and I can't lose it. There's a color. You can get something similar to a Maxon OD808 from this Overdrive too, but I think it's too hard to adjust and it shouldn't be like this. I know there are some enthusiasts, I just mentioned them, and you might love this kind of stuff too, but I'm not into it, so it might be my last pick in all of these pedals, but I want to adjust Maxon OD808 once more to get an tight, harsh, aggressive sound with some fine-tuning from this amplifier. So I will remove the TC electronic. So let's close the video, but before let's line all of... So before closing the video, let's line them up. My first pick would be Maxon OD808 no matter what. And then I would pick MXR custom modified OD badass. And then I would pick this Pure Sky. And then later Angry Driver. And then TC Electronic. And my last pick would be Green Screamer. Now let me explain. You know, OD808 is the legend, and it's not fades out the characteristics of an amplifier. If I need a push, I can use the gain, I can use the drive of the amplifier, because it shouldn't give a artificial drive to the sound. It should boost what it is on the amplifier. Just because of this, modified OD would be my second pick, because it has just a small touch on the sound with some small features like this bump, because you know some of these amplifiers are a little bit too fizzy and there are so less low end in its sound, so it can be good to have this option in it. And then Pure Sky have quite similar effect, quite similar spectrum on it, but it's too loud and it might be a reason of a compress in the sound. My fourth pick would be Angry Driver, and my fifth would be TC Electronic Vintage 2 Primer, because I think they are too hard to adjust and they kind of fades out the characteristics of the amplifier. And my last pick would be Green Screamer, because it's just a clone, it's just a copy, at least for me. There might be some interesting stuff, interesting way to get some unique sound from it, but it just feels like a cheap copy of a great legend. So this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and leave your opinions in the comments. It will really help a lot to the growth of this channel. Also, sorry about all of my grammatical mistakes and my tongue slips during the video. I feel like it was way more than usual, but it's 11 p.m. right now and it was a really long and hard and tiring day for me. I hope you understand. Till the next video, see ya.